that look?
I set my team up the way I want them to run. Whatever players I happen to have on my team, I just set it up to the best way it's going to work for the team.
Do you guys use current players or historical players? How does that look in My League Online?
More than likely, we just use current players. We just do like drafts, so that way everything is fair for everyone.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
All right, some NBA basketball for you. We have the Houston Rockets going up against Golden State. And for Golden State, this is a season I'm sure they're anxious to put.
Just a quick look. Hey, Dave. Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Now, Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 slot.
And Harden is the last guy the D wants to see getting this on the break. I mean, so talented at finishing off of these opportunities.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for...
Oh, what a beautiful play!
What intensity, did you see that? Great. And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Chris, here's Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
There should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who is the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Kerry, you put me in the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
you played with a lot of them, though, didn't you? Huh?
Yeah, I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I've ever played with, but he can shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passes in this league.
3 terrific names.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Westbrook. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Green. Thompson against Harden. They kick it out to Green. Launches it. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got 5 now.
Oh, he keeps getting more consistent on the catch and shoot. That one, very much in rhythm.
And here's Harden for 3. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And the basket by Curry.
For one of the greatest long-range shooters you'll ever see, Curry is just as savvy inside.
Harden against Thompson. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. To the inside. It's stolen by Green. He's got a clear path. Here's Chris. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Oh, creating the turnover, jump-starting the fast break, things Draymond does very well.
The 3 from Harden. Pass to Tucker. Westbrook surveying the D. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And the shot goes down. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. Harden, no good.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And with the Warriors, the strength of their defense comes from their versatility.
Yeah, they have a roster that can switch on everything. Guys like Draymond allow them to go small and not lose out on D. I mean, this team is very smart with their defensive schemes.
Green passes to Chris. Outside for Curry. From deep three-point range. He's off on that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
And that's what led them to a blowout win. Offensively, they were solid, but their defense was what really carried them. And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Pass to Green. Back to Curry from the baseline. And good that time.
I like how Curry shoots that one in rhythm. No need to force the issue.
Here's Westbrook. That shot is off. Great D that time from Green. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Free throw good, Wiggins. Houston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Green. And it's Looney with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Lays it up off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Clemens. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. What a performance. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to help.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill that helps.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Andrew Wiggins, and it's Looney in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Rivers. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors leading by 7.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Here's Carroll. And Looney sends it back. From deep, McLemore. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard as we've gotten into the second half of the season. These teams have become better and better, scoring points off turnovers. 5th best, the Rockets.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you can see him being a top-level 6 man for the rest of his career.
Here's Poole. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Tries again. The shot by Looney, no good. Rockets trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Warriors have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Warriors leading by 11. Wiggins outside. And Wiggins throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Carroll. Guarded closely. Rivers dishes to McLemore. Here's Green. He can't get it to go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of it?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. Let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing it, adding tournaments or letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. The Rockets shooting their first free throws of this.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing a title to cement his legacy.
Curry can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 12. Right side Westbrook. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Thompson. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it, and it's in there. Curry's got 6 points.
How about Curry? Just this great feel for scoring in transition.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. Back to Westbrook. Shoots it up. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 14 points for James Harden.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside Westbrook. Back to Harden. Takes a three. And Curry pulls it down.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. It hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the half. Westbrook with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Westbrook finds Bamute. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Covington. He can't hit that time. And Thompson launches it from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They never got too far behind as their largest deficit in the period was 8. The second quarter got a lot. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward. And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. Rockets trail by 11. Here's Westbrook.
The ability to contest shots without fouling. Draymond gets better at it every year.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
The three from Harden. Warriors with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Inside or out, this is a collection of players that has really been doing the job lately. The leading rebounders from the shooting guard position since the All-Star break. Fifth on the list, James Harden.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a two-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
Yeah, and the energy they show on the glass is outstanding. They work so hard to paint.
And yes, it's good. And the Warriors lead by 17.
Look, the defender has to try to stay in Clay's jersey, especially on the catch and shoot.
It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. The feed to Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. And that's 13 points for Draymond Green. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The kick out to Westbrook. Thompson against Harden. Clock at 6. Here's Westbrook. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Here is House, covered by Wiggins. Wing shot on the way. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Warriors leading by 21. And with all the numbers that Curry puts up, all the records, Chris, that he owns, crazy to think that he's often sitting in the fourth quarter due to the score.
Yeah, it is crazy, Kevin. I mean, you pick Curry's MVP season, and even then he wasn't playing huge minutes. That is a testament to just how incredible he is. Curry finds ways to end games even before it reaches the fourth.
From deep, Harden, that's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Harden has the super green light, and with his confidence, you might be amazed, but you're rarely surprised at any shot he makes.
Wiggins inside the line. And again, it's the Warriors missing. It's Westbrook with the drive, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
He's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Hard.
Free throw good, Westbrook. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
Now here's Carey. Tight defense on him. Another miss by Houston. Warriors leading by 17. Wiggins passes to Poole. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists now in this one. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Clemens. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
That's tipped. It's stolen by McLemore. Poole. And he uses the glass on the layup. Poole's got 4 points this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And it's Westbrook missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Offensive rebound. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 21.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, and it's an excuses. They're all too common. Basketball one-on-one. When the shot goes up, put a body on someone.
The Rockets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Warriors leading by 18. Down low. It's rebounded by McLemore. The pass to Clemens. There's the triple. Begins with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And here's McLemore. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They have made... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Golden State looking at who they've got. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Some great ball handling in this game. Chris, we see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. And first of all, his handles are
great handle, right?
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles. And John Wall with his speed, there's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right or right without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball up past you already.
Here's Rivers. And the three off target.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Curry, good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Klay Thompson comes in for Wiggins.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
Stolen by Harden. And Westbrook, here we go. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
They double team Curry. And the turnover again by Golden State.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen. They've got to communicate much better out there.
The Warriors making a switch here. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. Harden left side. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects. Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game. Eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet. Here's Caboclo, pass to House. Houston moving it around. But they recover it. Wants to get it to Westbrook and does. Passes it to Harden. Fires the three. Another miss by Houston.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
1:32 left in the fourth quarter. He gets that one. Harden's got 22 points.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Draymond Green.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
Here's Westbrook, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Oh, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching the team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Bahamute comes in for Daniel House, and it's Ben McLemore in for James Harden. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
And the Rockets making a change here. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
RPM 10 benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
and we just run it like that. We try to run a couple seasons as much as possible until we start the next one.
Who's your favorite player that you drafted this season that you used?
Soaring high above the Willamette. Just got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Over Anthony. And too long on the shot. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Wiggins passes to Green, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Trailblazers keep it alive. Lets it go with a 3. Offensive rebound. Nurkic can't hit.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Out to Thompson. Fires for 3. Traps in the tray.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Collins finds McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. And it's the Warriors on the break. On up the court. Curry's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Trailblazers have gone a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. The 3 from Anthony.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Hangs in the air, and it's good on the layup. Wiggins has got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And he makes that one.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Thompson passes to Pascal. Out to Thompson. The pass to Chris, and Curry has it in the corner. Trains the three-pointer. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel. How much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season. Because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
And here's Collins, following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Kicks it out to Lillard. Collins passes to Anthony. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back. Much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Here's Poole. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 10. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Collins. And the basket by Pascal.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Trent passes to Hezonja. Here's Simons. Pass to Little. Here's Trent, covered by Wiggins, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And the Warriors making a change here. Warriors leading by 10. There's 39 seconds left in the first. And the layup falls.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Trent passes to Hezonja, and the layup's good off the glass.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Passes it to Wiggins. Pass to Looney. Back to Wiggins. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now the pass to Trent. Drills it from outside. Here's Poole. Down low. And Whiteside sends it back. And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the... The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomed.
A lot of responsibility when things go.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point guard. And Whiteside stays right with it.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
He gets it in there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That's his first foul. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. And Golden State also making a change. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Looney. Here's Hezonja, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Golden State. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. Who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Pass to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Stephen Curry. Over to the left wing. Little and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Coming off that loss against the Nets. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Little. Now here's Thompson. 2 points. That one goes. Thompson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Warriors.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Collins trying to break free. McCollum, no good. Here's Pascal. Uses both hands to slam it down.
I think you pay the consequences. If you leave Draymond Green's teammates open, he has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
Here's Lillard. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. The 3 ball. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Warriors lead by 15.
Well, that's yeoman's work on the glass, and we've become accustomed to it from Draymond Green.
Count it.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And in recent years, some call the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team was as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
And there's Chris. That's good on the assist by Green. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Here's Lillard. Tips it. And another shot. And the layup good by Collins.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Passes it to Thompson. Back to Curry. To the middle. Here's Chris. Nurkic with the block. McCollum outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Collins. That one drops and he's now 2 for 5. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Thompson. Here's Green. He's guarded by Collins. The shot will not fall. Good D by McCollum. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul. 12 seconds left now here in the second. Trent passes to Collins. Here's Trent. Back to Collins. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have a 13-point lead. Thanks for joining us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Andrew Wiggins really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh, you can't give Carmelo Anthony a lane to attack like that.
Curry on the wing. Covered by Lillard. Curry passes to Green. Over Collins. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 5 points so far.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Now here's Anthony. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And so it's Golden State with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. And that one's good. Wiggins.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
McCollum against Thompson. Three-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got his second bucket.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities. It's absolutely incredible to me the amount of work Steph Curry has to put in order to get open shots. The reason every defender is using every trick at his disposal to slow him up. And you have to, guys, right? Because if he gets an inch of room, it's over.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Mario Hezonja comes in for Collins. Little, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now here's Wiggins. 14 points for him. Smileagich. And Whiteside sends it back. And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 13. Endures with the physicality of defense on Curry. He doesn't get a lot of free throws out of it.
Well, you think about Steph Curry's willingness to attack a closeout, right? Teams want to get him off the three-point line. So he has got to be willing to attack the cup, and he's more than capable of getting there.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Wiggins outside, fires from deep. That shot, no good. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Trent. He has 5. The pass to Simons. Takes the 3. They get it back. Whiteside. Portland moving the ball around. The wide open shot by Little. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
There's a minute 34 left in the third. And the Warriors miss again. Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to Trent. And he dunks it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Zach Collins checked in for Mario Hezonja. And Carmelo Anthony has subbed in for Little. The Warriors have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Now Anthony fires from 14, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pascal's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 11. Here's Simons. And he banks in the layup.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Wiggins outside. From downtown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Warriors have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. So he gets them both. Outside Collins. Lillard way outside. A putback, and Collins is right there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with a 9-point lead to while we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Whiteside is out there with Collins. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Anthony. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Chris with it. Whiteside's there. Banked in off the glass.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Here's Trent. Over in the corner, Lillard. He kicks it to Collins. Here's Trent. It's good.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Curry attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Warriors lead by 8.
Boy, guys, how about the burst Curry used to get to the 10 and finish at close range? That is beautiful.
Outside Anthony, passes to Whiteside. Back to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trent passes to Lillard. Here's Collins. Good D by Thompson. Warriors leading by 8. Covered by Anthony. Back to Thompson. Lays it up off the glass.
Boy, showing off his versatility. Klay Thompson attacking the interior of this defense.
Here's Trent. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. Curry against Lillard. Pass to Thompson. Stolen by Collins. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. From deep. Here's Whiteside. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pascal, the pass to Chris.
Well, this guy, a top 10 pick in 2016, we have seen Marquise Chris's talent. We've also seen the areas where he can improve.
That's good from Chris. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Nurkic, and finish off by Nurkic.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Wiggins. To the wing on the left. Here's Chris. And the Warriors miss again. Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum dishes to Carmelo. Back to McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through.
Just so fluid on all his shots. No hesitation for Melo on the catch and shoot.
There's the pass to Thompson. And the layup is good. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Here's Lillard, and Portland again with the bucket.
And he can score from all over the court, but Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And Green gets it to go.
I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
Pass to Nurkic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. And so he makes both from the line.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
To the paint. Here's Green. Nurkic with the steal.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute. There's not a doubt in the building who they were going to look for the score, and that's Carmelo Anthony delivering again.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession lead.
Curry passes to Thompson. Back to Curry. To the inside. 14 feet away. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. It's Anthony with the drive. Here's Lillard. Begins with the block.
But using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins air-mailing it back.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
That you used?
Honestly, it would probably have to be Morant. It's a tie. It's a tie actually between him and Zion.
I like it. The young guns. So, looking forward to 2K21, what is something you'd like to see implemented in My League Online?
And the other game is that as the year goes along, they're able to implement more things into the game, different things that wasn't there before. Probably something like.
Up next, the map.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and as we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Look at the Mavericks. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Golden State right now quite a ways down below.
And when I look at Dallas, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
Boy, I tell you what, it's been a grit and grind effort for them. They know how to win, and that's not something you could say about them last year.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, Doncic out there with Curry. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in a power forward position. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Here's Wiggins, and the layup's good off the glass.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Green, the pass to Curry. Kicks it out to Wiggins. A three-pointer off the mark. The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Up again, Chris with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The drive by Thompson. Another shot. Chris gets the bucket. Chris has got his second bucket tonight.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Didn't think that was going to go in.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They trail by 3. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Wiggins passes to Green. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 3. Curry can't get it to go.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg, he never wants the spotlight to himself. Even as a leader of his team, he just wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's 3-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's Hardaway. And Pascal pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Count that bucket.
How about the precision there from the crafty one? Curry expertly fighting through the D on those type of shots.
Here's Burke, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Kleber. Marjanovic kicks to Wright. Back to Marjanovic. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact, Clark, when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
J.J. Barea is checked in for the Mavericks. Haskell's shot is off. The Mavericks trailing. And right, here we go. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Poole the pass to Pascal. And Curry has it in the corner. Lets the 3 fly. The shot that time not on target. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
No good on that one.
J.J. Barea has speed to burn. I mean, he's shifty, he's quick, and because of that, he's extremely valuable as a decision maker and scorer. Great competitor.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green.
The way I judge, whether we can.
Greg, defense is Draymond's specialty, no question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Dallas.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
And this is where Chris does a considerable amount of damage. Feels comfortable taking those interior shots.
Doncic, no good. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Doncic. Offline with his 3.
He hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
So they take the lead. Chris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And such focus on these difficult finishes. Chris showing tremendous will fighting through the defense.
And he gets the bucket. And it's a 3-point Warrior lead. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Barea, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Hey, Barea's not a big guy, about 5'5" at best, and because of that, you got to be tough, and he's a tough-nosed player.
A different look for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Maxi Kleber, and Curry subbed in for Doncic.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy is a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Warriors lead by 3. Mark, you think of European players, it's usually the offensive end where they thrive, but Kleber is a versatile defensive stopper, too.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this guy can shut you down because he moves his feet, he's strong, really keeps driving lanes from opening up on the perimeter, and his positioning and timing make him a good shot blocker, too.
Curry, good.
And Kevin, that three ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Thompson passes to Chris, and Chris throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Out to Thompson. Shoots over Curry, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's right in for J.J. Barea. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Mavericks have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And the first one drops.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter. Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
And you know what? The frustration for the defense is mounting because it seems like they can't miss out there.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
To the paint, here's Looney, and the call on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
You know, guys, KP sometimes is just overwhelming. I mean, when he gets good positioning, he sometimes just forces the defense to foul.
And he makes both free throws. Outside Curry. Long range from the inbound. And another 3 for Golden State.
Boy, Curry is so creative and efficient. And when he gets hot and gets going, he rains down points and back.
And we finished one half of basketball. The Warriors on top, up by 6. And we'll get going.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 12 points and 4 assists. His last game out. And that should do it with the...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
They've got Curry. He's out there with Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the four-man position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with.
And, you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
To the middle. Right side, Porzingis. Doncic feeling it out. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Doncic has got 9.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Doncic, no good. Warriors leading by 10. Inside, here's Green. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists now in this one. Stolen by Thompson. Curry passes to Green. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Doncic against Curry. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Doncic.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Mark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They could play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And there's the pass to Pascal. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Green.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis, and it's DeLon Wright in for Curry. Clock at 2. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Now we get a chance to view the NBA leaders in assists. Luka Doncic, 4th.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Guarded by Doncic. Unloads from 9. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Wright. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Wright's got 7.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And check out the numbers for Wiggins. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. Averaging about 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
Marjanovic passes to Wright, kicks to Burke. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Doncic. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback. He's got 5.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Curry passes to Looney. Pulls it up. And that one hits back iron. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And the shot is good. Doncic has got 9 points here in the second half.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Wiggins surveying the floor. It's rebounded by Dallas. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Puts up a 3, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Mavericks. Three-pointer on the way. And Wright pulls it down.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there for him.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got Green. Curry is out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Pascal in at the 4 spot. Doncic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Hardaway's checked in for Marjanovic. Chris, he's checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Andrew Wiggins.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him. And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Curry comes in for DeLon Wright. The 11-footer, that one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Curry.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Curry with the steal. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Goes up from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's Thompson. Got a piece of it. On the wing, Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
Chris pass to Green. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Curry, here we go. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got his 3rd assist on the night. Curry on the wing to stop the run. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Golden State moving the ball around. Chris pass to Green. Green. And Green is right there.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Andrew Wiggins is checked in for Green. 1:50 left to play here in the 4th.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
1:43 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Doncic off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Mavericks?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end. Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a 1-possession ball game.
Golden State's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And it's Wiggins missing, the Mavericks leading, and stolen by Chris. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
On the wing, Hardaway. Lays it up and banks it in. Hardaway has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Outstanding execution that time. Hardaway Jr. loves being the guy they go to in these situations.
Thompson passes to basket. Curry on the wing. Shoots over Curry. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, I tell you what, Steph Curry, somebody lit a fire under him.
Doncic against Curry. Top of the key. Doncic, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that gives them the lead.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead.
From deep three-point range, Thompson with the rebound.
Oh, it's been a turbulent quarter, really rough for him. Nothing going his way. But he seems determined to shoot his way out of it. Major dominance in it. Comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
A putback. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
You know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. They break the hearts. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Probably something like that. Other than sneakers, maybe a new hairstyle. Just different systems that come along.
One final question. What do you want to say to all the fans out there that are looking to get better at 2K?
Just keep working on it. It's not a game that if you just started playing, you're going to be good in. You got to put that work in.
Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, it's just.
There it is, the Ferry Building in San. And nothing. Well, Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors. San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Green. And it's Chris in at the center, locking down the middle. Could be a transition free-for-all tonight. Brent, what's your feeling about going for the open 3 on the break rather than taking it in for a higher percentage shot in a layup?
Well, nowadays we know that the three-pointer actually means more for any given team.
Analytically, you're right.
Analytically, yes. But Kevin, what I'm interested in is on a given night like this where we're going to see a ton of threes, what's the decision-making of the guy with the ball? Sometimes it'll be the point guard. It might be a wing player, but how smart is he at finding the right shooter at the right time at the three-point line on these fast breaks?
Making those big decisions, you're right. Here's Westbrook following the basket by Stephen Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Rockets. Outside Curry. Green passes to Curry. Westbrook with the block. And he gets it back. Stolen by Westbrook. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And Chandler's so good at using his height to see over the top of the defense to deliver.
And there's Chris. That's good on the assist by Curry.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Thompson from long range. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Curry against Westbrook. Curry dishes to Green. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
The Warriors shooting their first foul shot of the night. Free throw good, Green.
Amazing to think about Draymond Green and the career arc he's had thus far. He really can guard any position on the floor. He can make plays. Really a unique talent.
On the wing, Harden. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Curry with it. Now Chandler defending. Shoots from 12. The Rockets pull it in. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
Rockets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's House. Kicks it out to Harden. For the 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Here's Wiggins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
And the floor vision from Curry right there, setting up his teammates, sharing the ball.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game. That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Harden surveying the D. Westbrook against Curry. And Westbrook, here we go. Goes back up. Chandler kicks to Covington. Thompson against Harden. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Over Harden. Chandler with the rebound. Pass to Covington. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
They double team Curry. Pass to Thompson. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Harden outside. Out to Chandler. With the shot. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Chandler skilled on the inside. Not many defenders are going to match up with his size down there.
Down low, here's Green, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Green's got 9.
A terrific movement off of the dead ball situation, and a great play to get the bucket. A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
What a performance for Draymond Green. He has been the story for the Golden State Warriors. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is shown.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and
you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Houston, McLemore is out there with Green. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Clemens in at the 1 spot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense.
What a hand.
But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
Begins with the block. Pass to Pascal. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Pascal's got his first bucket of the night.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And the pass to McLemore. From the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. McLemore's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Count it. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 4. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. It's Rivers on the wing. Covered by Wiggins. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. 5th best, the Rockets.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Damari Carroll's checked in for the Rockets. On the wing, Wiggins fires the 3, sinks the triple. Wiggins has got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
In the corner, it's McLemore. Bangs home the trifecta. McLemore's got 6 points in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Wiggins against Rivers. He dishes it to McLemore to the inside. Houston moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rivers. It's rebounded by Poole. Warriors leading by 4. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Floats one. Rivers can't get it to go. Golden State's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. He tries for 3. Warriors getting another chance here. Smile-a-geek. And it's Golden State with another.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
It's Carroll on the wing. That shot misses. The Warriors go the other way with it. Wiggins with it. Now defended by... Oh, that was huge!
Incredible. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Stolen by Tucker. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
With the tip, it's good on the putback.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage. And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
Out to the right wing. 27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Carroll. The Warriors pull it in.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Poole. Makes it off the glass. And now a 12-point Warrior lead.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held it 2. That's all for now.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been
fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world played this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And for Steph Curry, certainly one of the best to ever play. Iguodala said last season, Brent, that he's already the 2nd best point guard to ever play in pro basketball.
Well, high praise from Andre Iguodala, and why wouldn't you talk about Steph that way? You tally up MVPs and titles and his impact on the game and what he's done to change the way the game is played. The case for Steph Curry to be the top point guard ever is getting stronger and stronger every season. The guy that he's going to have to knock off the top of that shelf, I think, for most everybody who's been basketball fans for a long time, is one Magic Johnson.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
From deep, Harden. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Well, Thompson doesn't have the ball in his hands a lot to make plays, but he's a good, quick decision maker when he's decisive like that.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Green's checked in. A free throw off from Westbrook. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair. But understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Thompson with the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Rockets trail by 13. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Harden's shot is good.
Now, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Green, the pass to Looney. Good D by Covington. Rockets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Harden, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's the dish to Westbrook. Back to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Both teams deciding to change it up. Warriors leading by 10. Thompson outside. Smailagic, shorted by Green. To the paint. Smailagic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Just another foray into the paint by Westbrook. That's way too much speed to keep up with him.
Curry passes to Looney. Back to Curry. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Inside, here's Pascal. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Harden. He can't get that one. Good D by Thompson. Warriors leading by 12. Power down with both hands.
Well, for everything he's going to give you as a great scorer, Curry is still a point guard and has some serious skills in setting up his teammates.
From deep, Harden. And Pascal pulls it down.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Thompson, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Well, you want to push Clay into those areas, and it's a little bit deflating when he starts to make perimeter jump shots more towards the inside.
Harden left side. Curry is inside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw no good for Curry.
One thing that's quietly understated about Steph Curry is that competitive fire to keep pushing the envelope. Even though he's set these high marks and these high bars, he wants to see if he can eclipse some of the marks that he set in the early part of his career.
And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. Thompson for the triple. Drills the three-pointer. Thompson's got his third basket of the night right there.
I don't think it matters too much with Clay being off balance that time as he's bumped, hand in his face, shot still goes.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. And will
they just can't go on and on and on. They just go every.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Ben McLemore, and it's Tucker in at the 5. Rockets trail by 19. Here's Harden. The layup off target.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Harden on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Warriors with the rebound.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Great positioning on the putback.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Guarded by McLemore. The baseline J. And they pick up 2. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. To the left wing. Plenty of space. Tucker can't get it to go.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And the rejection by Harden. Here's McLemore. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Curry passes to Pascal. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened and what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time. And that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue and continue to grow.
Shoots the 3. They grab their own miss. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Second chance shot. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. Curry with it. And it's Harden picking him up to the wing right side. The 3. Rockets with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 6th rebound on the night. Harden the pass to Westbrook. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
With that lethal first step, Westbrook uses it to get an edge, and that helps draw the contact.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And so Westbrook makes them both. Here's Curry. Wiggins outside. Pass to Green. The tray. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Westbrook. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Stephen Curry.
Well, you give Russell Westbrook any kind of runway like that, and he can explode. What a terror on the inside.
Both shots good from the stripe. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
The Rockets with another miss. Warriors leading by 18.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Andrew Wiggins.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Here's Curry, and he banks in the layup.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Harden inside the three-point line and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate.
Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. Thompson misses.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Harden's shot is good.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Curry from deep three-point land on the money. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
young boy that I work with, Old Boogie 2 times. He's a good player, up and coming into my career. He's putting in that work.
There it is. All right. Snipes, thank you so much for joining 2K TV.
All right, thank you.
All right, we are catching up with the NBA 2K community, talking about NBA 2K20.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. And let's... Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We look at Portland, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, Golden State, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And for the Warriors, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
And we've all thought this. They're just a middle-of-the-road team. The last thing anyone in the NBA wants to be.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Here's Collins, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Curry following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Chris, it's good on the putback.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry. On the wing, Thompson. They get the rebound. Green, second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in.
Keeping after the second chance opportunity, that's hustle, that's commitment, that's Draymond Green.
McCollum right side. And he finishes nicely on the layup. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
Oh my goodness, 5 straight coming out of the gate.
Here's Wiggins. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Nobody near Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Golden State Warriors so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
Portland leading by 3. Out left to the wing. Here's Collins, and that one is good. Collins has got 5 now.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Here's Curry, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Nurkic with the block, and he's able to get it back. Chris passed to Green. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Green's got his second basket.
Get the best shot you can get. Draymond active in the paint.
Collins good.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Curry against Lillard. They kick it out to Green. Fires from deep. Stolen by McCollum. Thompson against Lillard. 27 seconds left to play here in the first. Collins passes to Carmelo. 6 to shoot. Basket counts.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Chris. Collins with some nice D.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Anthony finds Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers in the driver's seat up. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rip.
Your field goal percentage as a whole is...
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the 4 for Portland, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot. Good on the 3-point shot. Warriors trail by 13. Poole the pass to Pascal. That's tipped. They get it back.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates. Quality block shot by the big fella.
The wide open shot by Little. That shot off. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slacking and reaching. He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Poole, and the shot goes in. Poole's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
In the corner, it's Little. It's off his foot, and the ref's saying he kicked it. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Trent. Hezonja trying to free himself up. Wiggins drives in. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
The pass to Hezonja. And finished off by Hezonja.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Pascal. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Well, there is no doubt Hassan Whiteside still a major factor in rim protection.
I'm not sure if his block totals will get back to 4 a game, but he still gets plenty of blocks. the fear he puts in shooters, the amount of shots he changes, still make him one of the best in the business on defense.
Cool, no good. Trailblazers leading by 11. Here's Simon, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore, every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are by 4.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Out to the right wing. Here's Little. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors trail by 13. Smailagic. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. The shot's good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Shot from the wing, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Haskell's got his second bucket of the game to go. Pass to Little. Now here's Whiteside. Not a lot of room. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in.
And really, I'd like to see them get after it on the offensive boards a little bit more here. They did a good job of that in the first.
Lillard from outside. Another shot. Anthony kicks to Nurkic. That's a 2 from Lillard. They get it back. Goes up again. And the rejection by Curry.
Love seeing Stephen Curry get up and send that one back.
The Warriors making a switch here. Looney's checked in. Warriors on D. It's a 13-point game.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed. Poor defense there. That's his bread and butter. You have to crowd him out on the perimeter.
To the middle, about 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Right side, no good. The Warriors have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Warriors shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw. And it's McCollum off the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got 8 points.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
On its way from Curry for 2. And that one released in time, but no good. And thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a 13-point lead. Shaq. Thanks for joining.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors 5. Now, here's Thompson. Pass to Chris. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Bowman. Tries again. Nurkic with the block. Anthony kicks to Lillard. And here is Anthony. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Three-pointer, Lillard hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Trailblazers. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Count that one. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Bowman, covered by Lillard. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Out to Anthony. Three-pointer. Warriors with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And you see Clay back out on the court. Can't help but think of him going down with that torn ACL in the final.
And Clay showed exactly how tough a player he is. Stayed in to hit his free throws, asked to stay in the game, and became an instant legend even in that losing effort. How about the heart?
Here's Nurkic following the basket by Draymond Green. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's Wiggins missing.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Kept alive. Collins kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Collins. Over Green. Here's Nurkic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Nurkic has got his third basket of the night. Wiggins against Anthony. And that one's good. Wiggins.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The offensive rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Bowman, covered by Lillard. Green kicks to Thompson. Back to Green. Over Collins. And it's Green missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Nurkic. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. 17 points for Damian Lillard. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Bowman, covered by Lillard. Thompson for the triple. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Lillard score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Here's Green. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Inside, here's Lillard. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And the wide open shot from Green. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point. Scooped up. Whiteside. It's good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Down low, and stolen by Hezonja. And here's the break. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
That was great anticipation on the steal. A gamble that paid off.
Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like that.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move.
That one off the back iron and out. Portland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Right wing. From deep. Trent can't hit.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
The Warriors shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. That one goes. Count it. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And for a team schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's a reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Cullen passes to Nurkic. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Out to the right wing. For 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Anthony for 3. Tips it up. And Collins is right there.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Covered by Lillard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Collins has got 6 rebounds in the game. McCollum left side. The pass to Carmelo. Stolen. Here's Looney. Covered by Anthony. The shot by Looney. No good. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Collins. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jusuf Nurkic.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Here's Anthony. The Warriors making the shot. to the left side wing. That's a 2 from Lillard. It's rebounded by Poole.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Pass to Looney. Shoots over Nurkic. That one a little long, and Portland with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Now here's Anthony. He's guarded closely beyond the arc. The Trailblazers rebound. Cowens finds Anthony. Takes the 3. Lillard from deep three-point land, and that one drops. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never... All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David...
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
NBA 2K21, and we have Pretty Loves Pink in the house. Welcome back to the show. Love having you on, as always.
Yes, I love being here. Thank you for thinking of me.
Now, Pink, we talked last at the launch party of NBA 2K20. So tell the fans what you've been up to since then.
I've been playing a lot of My Team. I recently just started back streaming on Twitch. I've been playing a lot of My Team, a lot of
And check out the Mavs. Fashion first, getting off the bus, and now they'll try to make the same impression on the court. Going after this win on the... We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Green.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis. Seth Curry is out there with Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers. in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Listen, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are, and that's just something awesome to be a part of.
Curry. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. And here's Porzingis. Back to Curry. Dallas moving the ball around. Clock at 4. A second chance effort. Porzingis can't hit. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. To the paint. Here's Chris. Good D by Hardaway.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Porzingis finds Curry. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, that's a great pass by Thompson. You see the skill, the craft. He's adept at finding those guys.
Here's Doncic. Good D by Thompson.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
Doncic passes to Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Pass to Wiggins. No good that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Pass to Doncic. Fires for 3. Steph Curry with the rebound.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss. Well, and Kevin, this Warriors team, they just haven't got the stars. Nothing can equal the roster from last season, though. But they legitimately had an all-star at every position for a bit.
And stolen by Wiggins. Thompson inside, guarded by Hardaway, and it's blocked, and he recovers it. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 4. Passes it to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
And even with the departures this offseason, the Warriors, Chris, are still a contender.
Yeah, and the Warriors knew that they couldn't keep the same roster. It just wasn't possible. But still, what a ride it was for the short time it lasted.
Curry against Thompson. Curry passes to Doncic. Back to Curry. On the wing, Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. No good from the wing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Goes back up. The pass to Porzingis. Over to the wing. Curry fires from way outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. The Warriors have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Curry attacking. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Doncic. Chris with the rebound.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out the hole.
And he comes up with the deuce.
End-to-end, Thompson is very difficult to match up with defensively. I mean, if you don't do it, that's the outcome.
From deep 3-point range, that doesn't go either for Doncic. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Warriors on top. They lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, J.J. Barea is out there with Trey Burke. Then it's DeJuan Wright. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the power forward. To the inside, tries again, and it's good on the way in.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Barea. Here's Poole. Burke covering. Pass to Wiggins. Fires the 3. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Kleba, no good. Warriors leading by 6.
When you look at a guy like Kevin Looney, I mean, he gives his team so much. Great option to have either starting or off the bench with his versatility.
Barea with a wide open look. Doesn't go for it. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Burke kicks to Barea. Just 5 to shoot. A 3 ball. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. Pass to Wiggins. Looney down low. Guarded by Barea. Looney with the bucket. And Chris, with Looney, he is a bit of a glue guy, and his defense is his calling card.
Well, he slots into so many lineups as he can play the 4 or the 5 and basically guard anyone on the floor. He has a good motor. He doesn't need a ton of touches to be effective.
Will it go? That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Marjanovic. Poole, the pass to Pascal. Oh, that's blocked. Pass to Barea. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Looney with the bucket.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And here is Burke. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Hey Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Well, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Took him no time at all on that one. Wolves got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. Green is checked in for the Warriors. And Dallas also making a switch. Curry's checked in for Trey Burke. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Here's Kleba. Connects from three-point range. Kleba's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, another in the long line of big men who can drain the three. That makes him a very tough cover.
Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with the comfortable lead.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Wright to the right side. Smailagic. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in San Francisco.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
Yeah, controlling the flow of second chance opportunities is the key. I mean, something they'll try to replicate tonight.
The pass to Curry. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Curry's got it back down to within single digits for the man. Green, and Green slams it in.
I mean, if you're Curry's teammate, this is what you have to do. Take advantage of the defender reacting to him. I mean, he'll find you if you're open.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 11-point cushion. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter was full of highlights for them. And that...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the center position. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. The Maverick shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field.
Yeah, fans around the league love to hate Draymond Green for how outspoken he is, but I honestly believe the hate fuels Green. He loves to play the bad guy.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Pass to Curry. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
To the middle. Pass to Chris. Out to Thompson. Shoots over Curry. Thompson misses.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
on the wing. They get it again. Here's Porzingis, and the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got 6.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. And Barea subbed in for Curry. Yep, it counts. And it's 13 points for Andrew Wiggins.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot. Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays ball.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in for Luka Doncic. Passes it to Poole. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Barea. He sinks the 11-footer. Barea's got 5 points now in the quarter. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. It didn't win, and so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. And hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere else.
They sure will. The Warriors shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Mavericks trail by 10. Burke looking over the floor. Releases from the wing and drills it. The Warriors have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the 3rd. Poole, the pass to Pascal. Yep, that one goes. Pascal's got 9.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
1:04 left in the 3rd. Here's Burke, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Wright. Averaging about 7 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or 2 every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in a tight game. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Fires from the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good. Now the pass to Burke. From deep. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Pascal. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
24 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And the basket by Pascal. Pascal's got 9 points here in the 2nd half.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no life.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Warriors lead by 12. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Sensational recognition. Green realizes immediately when one of his guys is open.
And Finney Smith gets it to go.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was good.
Thompson outside. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Pascal. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Mavericks also with a sub. Hardaway's checked in. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that 3, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
Green, the pass to Chris. And good that time. And the Warriors lead by 19.
And this is where Chris does a considerable amount of damage. Feels comfortable taking those interior shots.
Porzingis with the ball, working on Chris. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. Out to Thompson from deep 3-point range. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. From deep. And Pascal pulls it down. Pascal's got 5 rebounds tonight. Green passes to Pascal. On the wing, Thompson. Over Curry. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Curry dishes to Hardaway. Here's Kleba. Here's Porzingis, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Marquise Chris. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The first one falls. And so he hits both. Warriors leading by 16. Pass to Pascal. Golden State moving the ball around. And it's Green missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And really, after losing all 3 games to this point in the matchup, guys, they have to be happy to get a win here.
Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid or Porzingis, and you already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time on to your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
Offensive rebound. Green drops in the layup for 2. And the Warriors lead by 14.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Doncic, no good. Here's Curry. Finished off the break.
I mean, he's a former NBA scoring champion. Curry just shows us why. It's a terrific night for him.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
All 3 throws good from Doncic. And that's an intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Second team foul. Checking in for Mavericks. DeLon Wright.
Here's Looney.
Personal foul. Justin Jackson. That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for your Warriors.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for 2.
And he can't hit the second. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, it's so important at this stage in the game for everyone to be on the same page and working together.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Their previous 2 games have been losses, so all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.